Your time has come to party. It's a jiggle with the party. It's a jiggle wiggle wiggle. Hey, this is Mike McCready, your host on episode 54 of the Hook Blast podcast. Today's TikTok dancers are Ruth and Darren, and you can see them doing their thing by navigating to episode 54 at hookblast.com or by checking out this podcast on YouTube. I traveled this week. You have to be extra careful when you travel these days. There are like 30 million confirmed cases of COVID in America now. That's a lot. And I feel like that number could easily be halved just by, dividing it by 2. It's not rocket science. Anyway, I'm pretty excited today because I impressed my father-in-law this past weekend. I like to be on his good side, When we met, he said he felt so lucky when his daughter met such a great guy, but that relationship didn't work out, so, Anyway, I like to always be on my best behavior. I spent the day with him and his friends at his golf club in Florida, and I know I impressed him because afterward he confided to my wife that it takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do. I'd never even played before, and apparently I beat the course record for the best score. They don't want me to come back though, because, I guess it's not fair to the other players, if you can call them that. They said they'd never seen anyone sink a ball on their 7th putt, so I guess I got the most points. I'm just naturally good at anything I do. Okay, let's play some hooks. They said I'm good at that too. Duh. This is West Side by Dean Malpin.
Yeah. Chilling on the west side, thinking about your body, oh I need it now. Goes to show what you really know. Got me, oh, tell me where to go. I'd fly to the east if you would allow. Cause I'm thinking about your body, oh I need it now. Goes to show what you really know. Got me, oh, tell me where to go. Don't matter where, cause it only takes 2 to make love. It goes to show what you really know. You got me hooked, tell me where to go.
That's a great groove about a, girl who lives on the west side of town.
She kinda thick, way she move them hips. Give it to me, girl,
As you know, this is the podcast where we discover a few new catchy songs. You add the ones you love to your own streaming playlists or subscribe to mine at hookblast.com. You rock out all week, and the next week, we repeat. You'll know I'm the best podcast host in the whole history of podcast hosts, because by the end of each episode, there's a new song or two you'll want playing on repeat in your headphones. Or if you just like me, you'll know too. Everybody likes me. I've been catching on. Up next is a song by an artist who goes by Always Sunny. And believe it or not, this is the first song he ever wrote. And that was less than a year ago. Fans of Marshmello and Avicii will love this. Always Sunny leaves out a few vowels when he spells his name and says he's invented a new EDM subgenre that he wants to call country dance. I think there's already a genre called that. Anyway, it's because it has country-inspired undertones, guitars, and storylines merged with electro-pop. Well, that's different. When I was a musician, I merged jazz and funk. I called it jazzunk. It didn't catch on. The media called it junk. That's not nice. My therapist says I'm obsessed with vengeance. We'll just have to see about that, won't we? This is Parachute.
When the sun rays all on your skin and the wind blows under your hair, when you ride with me, when you take your time with me, I take you high with me, show you how to fly with me. Darling, give me your parachute, raise your heart, give me your parachute, when you're falling, give me your parachute.
Speaking of parachutes, I didn't go skydiving this time when I was in Florida, but I plan to next time. I got a great deal on a secondhand parachute on Craigslist. It's only been used once and never opened, so I know a good deal when I spot one. Okay, up next on the show today is a country song by Alan Baxter. It's about love, loss, smoking cigarettes, and drinking, well, drinking alcohol. Because no good story ever started with someone eating a salad. This is Cigarettes and Beer.
Made me not want to be out there anymore. Friends aren't like they used to be when she would dance out on the floor, laughing and flirting till they kicked us out the door. Cigarettes and beer is all I'm here for. Used to be, I love to be out on the dance floor, but that doesn't make me feel like a young man anymore. Cigarettes and beer is all I'm here for.
That's Alan Baxter. And remember to navigate to episode 54 at hookblast.com to vote for your favorite song on today's show. 2 weeks ago, on episode 52, the song with the most votes was Things Change by Stephen Gary. Okay, if you're a fan of Justin Bieber or Usher, you might like this next song. It's by artist Orlando Dixon. Now that's a cool name. Not as cool as Mike McCready, but, you know, no one is. Right? Anyway, this is a song about running into your ex at a party when the song you fell in love to is playing in the background. That's awkward. Kind of like when I was at the grocery store the other day and the girl at the register said, "Strip down, facing me." Turns out she was talking about my credit card. But at least I got a date. Okay, it's a court date. But she'll be there. This is playing our song. Okay, before I give away today's last hook, you know, for free again, I want to let you know this podcast is brought to you by Music X-Ray. I get a lot of emails asking me to play certain songs because I'm famous now. There's a link in the menu for song submissions at hookblast.com, and from now on, that link will always be in the show notes. You know, as long as I remember. So Far Away is the name of a song by artist Suka, and she wrote it about her high school crush. He wasn't so into her, but she pursued him anyway and later just wished she hadn't. This song is about the regret of the chase. I know something about that. Girls always want guys to chase them. But a word of advice? They don't like it so much if you're holding a knife. That turned into another court date. I started carrying a knife after a mugging attempt a few years ago. Yeah. Since then, my mugging attempts have been a lot more successful. This is Suka with So Far Away. That's all the time we have for episode 54 of the Hook Blast podcast. All songs are used with the permission of the rights holders. Please share this episode with a friend or two who can use a few new catchy songs in their life. I'll catch you right back here next week with a fresh batch of new hooks. Bye-bye.
Maybe it would have worked, but some doubts fill my soul.